My name's Robert Phelps. My father and I own Bethany Home, and we've had Bethany in the family for 30 years since we built it back in 1984. So we've seen quite a few changes in the care sector. We believe in using technology to its full and gathering as much information as we can from the technology to help us in the care of the elderly. The technological advances that we have incorporated into Bethany allows the carers to spend more time providing care to our residents.
I am ultimately responsible for all administrating the medication. I oversee the trained staff administering the medication. The main issue was drug errors.
With normal paper-based systems, there is no safeguarding, no way of keeping an eye on the medication securely. PCS has revolutionised the way we administer medication, and it's a much safer system.
I find the PCS a lot more reliable, a lot safer and a lot quicker. We were given an introduction, we had a training course before it officially came into the home, and it was very self-explanatory. It's a fantastic piece of equipment. My day generally starts with the morning medication round. We first of all pick up the PCS out of the docking device. We then select residents. From there we can administer the medication through the rounds. You select each individual resident. Once you've selected the resident, their photo will appear and all their personal details. You can then select the appropriate medication. If you do happen to select anything that isn't appropriate, the PCS will warn you and come up with a specific noise to state that you have made an error. You can then correct it from there. Once you finish the medication round, all of the residents will no longer be in red. They will either be in green, which means everything's been administered, or yellow, which means you've selected a not given, not required, resident refused, whatever reason you have selected.
With PCS I can sleep at night. I know that the medication process is being done safely, and I know what is being given. With a MarChat, was it signed when the medication was given? Was it signed an hour later? Or was it signed a week later? The PCS device, it records the times, so you know it's been given when it's said.
If any medication was to come in, we then take the medication out the bag. Each box contains its own specific label with the information specifically for that resident. We then go into the booking in screen. From there we then scan the barcode. It'll then make the appropriate noise to say yes, it has been booked in, and a warning will come up on the screen to confirm this. From there, you can then put the medication into the medication cabinet. You don't need to edit the stock take, that'll do it automatically. You can then synchronise it, and then the information will then go to the pharmacist or the PCS company to state that it has been booked in and received. We'll all have an information pack then to say it's been booked in by this person on this date, this time, the stock take was and is now. You can request that fax at any time.
With Invatech and the InfoLife portal, we are able to log in and we're able to see weekly statistics, daily statistics, monthly medication orders, all sorts of reports which help us to prove that we are providing a good level of care to our residents. Invatech have been fantastic to help us. They've been through the whole process right from when we first started with them, and they're always on the phone at the help desk to help.